He made guitars smoke, stadiums roar, and millions believe in rock's electric magic. And now, he's gone. But the story of Ace Frehley's final month isn't just heartbreaking. It's bizarre, because for millions of fans, they had already mourned him once before, only to find out it wasn't true. Until now. This time the silence wasn't rumor. It was real. And what happened in those final weeks, between a viral hoax, a stunned fan base, and the quiet end of a rock legend, has become one of the strangest, most emotional chapters in music history. It started with a single post, a link that spread faster than any riff Ace ever played. The headline claimed he'd suffered a brain bleed after a fall in his studio. It looked real. Family quotes, fake tributes, even fabricated statements from his team. Within hours, timelines were flooded with heartbreak. Fans on X, Reddit, and Facebook were mourning the Spaceman, posting photos, lyrics, and memories that made it feel like the end of an era. Major outlets scrambled to respond. Rolling Stone, TMZ, Billboard, all confirming it was a hoax. Ace was alive. He was fine. But while the world caught its breath, one question lingered in the chaos. What happens when a rumor becomes a rehearsal for reality? Because when Ace finally did fall, fate had one last twist waiting. Weeks after the false headlines faded, the real tragedy struck. Ace Frehley, the man who'd outlived every rumor, suffered a fall inside his New Jersey home studio. At first there was hope. Friends said he was conscious, even cracking jokes with the paramedics as they rushed him to the hospital. But as the hours passed, silence returned. Heavier this time, unbroken. When his family released the statement, fans already knew what it meant before reading the words. Ace passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. Just like that, the noise stopped. No smoke, no spotlight, no encore, only the quiet that follows when a legend takes his final bow. This time the silence wasn't rumor. It was reality. Long before the makeup, before the silver boots and the smoke, there was Paul Daniel Frehley, a kid from the Bronx who just wanted to make noise. In 1973, he found three others who wanted the same thing: Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss. Together, they built Kiss, a band that didn't just play music, but created a world. Ace became the Spaceman, cosmic, mysterious, unforgettable. His guitar didn't just sing, it screamed, smoked, and sparked on command. The crowd would roar as light and fire wrapped around him, and for a few minutes, reality melted away. He wasn't a man anymore. He was a myth in chrome and lightning. Every solo felt like a signal to the stars, a reminder that rock was meant to feel larger than life. From the first chords of Cold Gin to the electric fire of Shock Me and Parasite, Ace Frehley carved his sound into rock history. His solos weren't just notes. They were defiance, freedom, and rebellion pressed into every string. When he stepped away from Kiss in 1982, many thought it was over. But then came New York Groove, that swaggering, timeless anthem that reminded everyone who the heart of the sound really was. His solo career proved he didn't need the face paint to shine. And when he rejoined Kiss in 1996, stepping back into the silver suit for the reunion tour, the roar that followed said it all. Every kid who picked up a silver guitar, every dreamer in a garage with an amp too loud for the neighbors, they all wanted to be Ace. The Spaceman wasn't just a character. He was an idea that no matter how strange you are, the world will listen if you play it loud enough. In the end, Ace Frehley's story became a mirror of the world we live in now, one where truth and fiction race neck and neck across a screen. The same internet that once made him a legend also turned his name into a headline before he was even gone. Fans meant no harm. They just wanted to honor a hero. But the speed of the rumor showed how fragile truth has become in the noise of constant scrolling. When the real news finally came, it hit harder. Because people had already practiced their grief once before. Maybe that's the strange lesson Ace left behind. That legends deserve patience, not panic. That before we share the next breaking news, we take a breath. And remember there's a person behind the name, not just a post. The Spaceman has finally taken his last flight. But even now, somewhere between the hum of an old amp and the echo of a live crowd, his spirit is still there, alive in every solo that dares to reach for the stars. Ace Frehley didn't just play guitar, he turned sound into a galaxy. And for 5 decades, he invited the world to fly through it with him. His riffs still pulse through arenas, car radios, and headphones, proof that legends don't die. They just turn up somewhere else in the mix. Rest easy, Spaceman. The universe is louder because you were in it. What's your favorite Ace Frehley moment? Tell us below.